Okay, can you guys hear me now? Yeah, we're gonna try to put the microphone back in. Um, can you? Maybe it's my connection. Um, hmm. Yeah, I know it's back down. Um, when I plug in my wireless headphone, I have my audio in now, so I can hear myself. Let's try it again. I might go out again, so just be patient, guys. Oh, let me try my other. Let me try my other. Oh, you know what? Give me a second, guys. Oops. Okay, I think we're going to be better now. How's that? How's that? Yeah, that's better. That's a bit better. It's a lot better, right? You can obviously tell the difference between the the iPhone audio quality versus a microphone quality. It's night and day. It's night and day. Anyway, I was kind of going on a little bit of a mini sub introductory rant about my lens wipes. I love these lens wipes. I love them so much. I put them everywhere. I put them in every single bag that I own. I put them in my book bag. I put them in my briefcase bag. I put them in my crossbody bag. I put them in my handbag. I put them in my desk. I put them in my car. Like, I have these everywhere, and they're so good for everything. They're good for your iPads. They're good for your cell phones. They're good for your laptops. They're good for your glasses. So they're just really good to have everywhere. And I always get like a 250 pack from Sam's Club. You guys know I love Sam's Club so much. Here they are, not sponsored. What is it called? Zeiss. 250 individually wrapped, pre-moistened. They're pre-moistened lens wipes. Gentle and thorough cleaning. That's their moniker. Gentle and thorough cleaning. I love them so much. Good value. Good value. Really good value. Jar a millionaire, me too. You buy the big box and keeps it. Period. Real bitches know what's up. Hey Johanna. Hey DJ. Hey David Portilla Davila. Hey Gabe Itch. Hey Sam Water. Hey Kazoo Builder. Join the Discord channel. We got a couple announcements. We're going to pin the Discord. We've got a couple announcements. Let me put all chat on. Live chat is on. Okay, we are here. We are live. We're in color and we have audio. And we have audio. Should I give customer service Cho? Oh, okay. We're still fine. I feel like this is giving customer service Cho. Okay. So let's clean some shit real quick. I'm giving customer service because I serve. That's all I do. I serve all day long. all night long. Okay, sorry. Let me put that right there for a second. Just a second. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, it lowered my audio lowered because I don't have the mic to my mouth. I know. I know. Okay. Look how much. Look. Look. Look at that. Night and day. Night and day difference. I'm telling you. You need to get yourself the 250 count box of lens wipes by Zeiss. Not sponsored, but you need to go get you the big box. Get you the big box. Two little wipes, and look, I'm a brand new person. Nipple audio was enabled. That was nipple audio. You're right. That was that was nipple audio. Um, okay, so first announcement of the night before I get into my little rants. I have several little rants. I have listen, based on my notes, so you know, guys, I took notes. Based on my notes, I took notes. We're gonna have several rants, and most of those sub rants are gonna have sub rants for the sub rants because there's a lot to get into in terms of Fight Night 2.0 Day 2. Night 2, Can You Survive? Fight Night 2.0. Because we're still talking about Charlie Kirk. And yesterday, last night, we discussed conspiracy theories. Some of y'all were not happy about me discussing conspiracy theories. My good dear friend Mandy from Australia, she was not impressed with me talking about, you know, conspiracy theories because she has too much respect for the wife of Charlie Kirk. Okay, whatever that means. Um, but we got through it. We got through the conspiracies. As a reminder, us conspiracy theorists, we have a very high batting average, extremely high batting average. So, but I'm gonna leave that there. Tonight, we are going to be talking about freedom of speech. Okay, freedom of speech is what we're talking about today. And there's a lot of different topics within this topic that we can discuss. But again, I want you guys to all join my Discord channel. It is pinned in the comment below. If you're on mobile, above, if you're on PC, join the Discord channel. We have a bunch of fun. Every once in a while, drama kicks off, but it's always resolved and it's always water off a duck's back. That's just how we are. That's just the way we're built. It's fine. It's cute. Whatever. But join the Discord channel. We have a lot of fun times. And if you ever are thinking about maybe becoming a moderator of my community, you have one of the prerequisites is you have to be a member of the Discord channel. So just putting that out there, just putting that out there. You gotta join the Discord channel if you ever want to be a mod here. That's just the T, just the way it is. Okay. Also subscribe to the channel. Stop being a fake ass bitch. Subscribe to the channel. You guys come here and you watch me all the time. I watch my analytics, by the way. I watch my analytics and I see how many of you guys watch me constantly, but don't subscribe to my channel. That's giving fake and fraudulent. It's giving PPP scam. You know, it's giving Indian person in a call center. Like, what? Like, it's giving scam. It's giving scamation. So subscribe to the channel. Don't be a fake bitch. And also, while you're here, like the live stream. There's 17 of you hoes here and only 4 likes. The math is not mathing. I don't even need the calculator to know that the math is not mathing on that one. Okay, so announcements are out. Um, I'm not first, I'm not last, but when you live stream, I click really fast. I know that's right, Donnie DiCaprio. I'm neither Democratic nor Republican. Both parties should be charged with treason. I belong to the American Party. There are only 2 parties in this country, Americans and M's. M's have to go. Who are M's? IMMS? What are the M's? It sounds like a disease. Who are the M's? Mr. X? But we won't get into all that. Let's just get into the opening rant of the night. We're talking about freedom of speech. I find it to be very interesting that Charlie Kirk was murdered in cold blood, assassinated the house down, right? Assassinated, taken down, taken out because of his speech. Because we have normalized, well, let me not say we, because I'm not part of the liberal crowd. I feel like liberal mainstream culture has normalized equating speech with violence. You know, you can have opinions and be called a Nazi, and people seem to be okay with violence occurring against Nazis. So follow the train of thought here. If you say things that are deemed as racist, Nazi, or whatever you want to call it, and then you also think it's okay to assault or harm or kill Nazis, then your speech can be used as a form of justifying your death. That is crazy. Let's start there. That's crazy. I know that this makes you guys uncomfortable when I say this, but unless you are actually committing you're breaking a law, unless you're actually breaking a law, I do not believe that your speech should be censored by the government, and I sure as hell do not believe that your speech should be used as a justification for killing you or putting you in jail. That is crazy. And we have seen this manifest over the last 10 years. Over the last 10 years, we have seen Democrats censoring people, canceling people, getting people fired from their jobs, getting people placed in jail. Look at what's happening over in the UK right now. You can't make a mean tweet without being carted off to jail. If I was a UK person, if I was a UK citizen, I'd be in jail for my Twitter right now. Look at my Twitter. Some of you guys know my Twitter. Some of you know my Twitter. If I lived in the UK, I'd be in jail today. I'd be in jail today. Now I'd be running that motherfucker. I would. I would, because I would fuck the biggest, baddest motherfucker in that jail cell, and I'd have that bitch turned out. So I wouldn't be worried about myself, to be honest. I'd figure it out. I'd figure it out. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is I should not be placed in jail for my speech unless I'm actually breaking a law that's harming someone else in a real damaging way that you can prove, right? Like defamation, right? And even defamation should be extremely hard to prove. Um, you know, you can't say things like, "Oh, there's a fire in the building. There's a fire." Like you can't do stuff like that. But you guys know what I mean. Just having an opinion should not, you know, lead to your death or you being um, put in jail, right? But here we are, 2025. We got motherfuckers being killed in broad daylight, by the way. Broad daylight. People are being killed in broad daylight in front of their children and their wife because of their speech. Mind you, Charlie Kirk is the type of person who is always open to debate, always open to expressing his self while also encouraging you to express yourself, even if you have the diametrical opposite point of view. So it's just a travesty. It's still such a travesty what happened to him. Not that I care in particular about him as an individual, but again, I care more about what he symbolized, right? Um, and it's unfortunate. And even more unfortunate is the aftermath because when he died, go back and watch that live stream. If I ever get a video out based on my last live stream about Charlie Kirk, it'll come. My editor's working. We got to kick him in the butt a little bit, but it's coming. But if you go watch that video or you watch the live stream, you'll know that I was thinking in my head that, oh my God, this is going to be the moment. Charlie Kirk's death is going to be the moment where Americans have a revitalization and a fire put under them to become stalwarts of defending freedom of speech. This is what I thought. This is what I thought. I thought this is going to be a moment in time where the girls are really going to rally around freedom of speech because that's what Charlie Kirk symbolized, right? You may think he's a Nazi. You may think he's this. You may think he's that. By the way, it's not true. Well, let me look at my notes because I'm ranting and I have notes because I have so much to get through with this topic today. I have so much to get through. Um, so I thought that this is going to be a moment where we all come together and say, you know what? Enough is enough. We need to protect freedom of speech. This is a uniquely American right that I think is spiritual in nature that we all deserve. And I think it's a human right, to be honest. I think it's a human right to have freedom of speech, in my opinion. Honestly, truly, call that controversial. But I think it's a human right. Everyone, everybody wants to talk about how, oh my God, food is a human right, and you know, having a home above your head is a freedom, a human right, and all this shit. Being able to chop my dick off and go to the girls' bathroom is a human right. Like all this shit is human rights, right? The real human right here, in my opinion, is freedom of speech. That's the real human rights, in my opinion, my honest opinion. Call me crazy if you want to, but here we are, 2025. Here we are. But again, I thought that this is going to be a moment that we were all going to coalesce together as one nation of Americans and start really fighting for everybody's freedom of speech. And what did we have? What happened? What happened? This disgusting administration owned by Trump, this disgusting administration, they did the opposite. They did the opposite of that. They did the opposite of that. Freedom of speech? No, they don't believe in freedom of speech. These Republicans don't believe in freedom of speech, right? So, one thing you guys have to understand is the vast majority of politicians have no principles. And a lot of individuals, like a lot of Americans, also don't have any principles. The sheep of the world, the people that are on the left and the right who follow these parties and they suck their dicks. Anytime they open their mouth, anytime a politician opens their mouth, they're like, they spread their legs. How wide would you like me to spread my legs, right? Just take me. Just take me for everything you want, right? For everything I got, take me. So while y'all are spreading your legs open wide, spreading it thick, opening it wide and spreading it thin, for these disgusting, they have no principles. And this is why everybody hates me. Because when I say I believe in freedom of speech, I actually believe in freedom of speech. When Trump says he believes in freedom of speech, he doesn't mean he believes in freedom of speech. He just means he believes in freedom of speech for his allies, not his enemies. Not his enemies. And this is where Jimmy Kimmel comes into play here. Here's where Jimmy Kimmel comes into play. And this is going to be a very nuanced topic. So please, please put your seatbelts on, guys. Please, I know you guys are in the comments making comments right now, and you probably all have already said some shit in the chat. You've already said some shit in the chat. Okay, I understand that. But please put your seatbelts on because we're gonna talk about nuance here. We're gonna talk about nuance. And nuance has been fucking y'all up for a long time now. Nuance been fucking y'all up for a very long time. But again, this is a trigger warning for nuance for the small, smooth brain people watching tonight's live stream. Um, I'm gonna make a couple statements, okay? I do not believe that Jimmy Kimmel should be losing his job over his comments about Charlie Kirk. And not even a little bit. I believe that statement. That's a true statement for me, from my perspective. Another comment I'm going to make that's factual, in my opinion, is it feels good to see these liberals get a taste of their own medicine in terms of being canceled. Because Jimmy Kimmel has not only indulged in cancel culture himself, but he has celebrated the canceling of other comedians like himself. He's indulged in such behavior. So, do I feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel? No, I don't feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel. He's a piece of shit. He's a horrible comedian. He should have been fired for his performance. We should be living in a meritocracy here. He should have been fired for his performance years ago because his viewership has been on the decline despite getting pay raises in his salary. So he should have been fired for that reason. Okay? However, because I have principles, I do not indulge in cancel culture. Um, I don't believe in cancel culture, and I got into some trouble on Twitter about this because some of my friends, and I shouldn't have used the word friends because I feel like they don't really treat me like friends. They treat me more like acquaintances, and that's fine. I don't need more friends. Um, I have plenty. I have enough. But some of my acquaintances who happen to be big time conservative influencers, they're like some of the gay conservative, some of the gay, what do you call them? Some of the gay conservative influencers that I'm acquaintances with on Twitter, they were online canceling bitches left and right because when Charlie Kirk died, see, this is a lot of topics coming up. Okay, a lot of different things, a lot of angles are coming up here. But when Charlie Kirk died, you had people celebrating his death. This is demented behavior. Full stop. This is demented, demonic, dark sided behavior to celebrate the death of a man with a wife and two young children who was murdered in cold blood, not only in a crowd of young people, teenagers, young adults, but also his wife and two children. To celebrate that is demented, demonic, and dark sided. There's just no other way to put it or to describe it. It is. It truly is. Um, But to then indulge in cancel culture against them when you have been the subject and the um, victim of this type of behavior for the last 10 years, I understand. Listen, I get it. It's frustrating. My acquaintances have been canceled, they've been doxxed, they have been harassed, they have been through so much turmoil because of their views online. And this is why I tend to be a pretty private person because I see what happens to my friends. I see what happens to them, for speaking truth, for being a transphobe or anti Semite, just because you don't believe in chopping young boys' dicks off, because they feel like they want to put a dress on. Like you get canceled for shit like that. You get attacked and harassed, and your family gets harassed, and these days you can get murdered, right? But the fact that these demonic people are indulging in this behavior is crazy, and to see the right just so gleefully indulge in the same behavior does not give me confidence about protection of freedom of speech because I'm all about playing the long game, not the short game. Yes, getting all these demonic demons fired from their jobs, it feels good today. It feels amazing today. Believe me, it feels great to have Jimmy Kimmel fired from his job after he has celebrated so many others before him, conservatives and who else? He celebrated so many others before him. It feels great today. But you know what? When AOC is president, you're not going to be so happy about people laying down the cancel culture hammer, right? Because you guys are fucking delusional. You guys have short-term memory and you guys have no impulse control, right? This is a prime example of having low impulse control and having short-term memory because believe it or not, guys, you look at history, the pendulum always swings back and forth. It swings back and forth. I promise you there will be a Democratic president in the future, right? And that Democratic president is not going to treat you very nicely, right? It just has to stop. We have to implore our our households, our communities, our neighbors, and our institutions and our politicians to have principles, to not switch up, to not pick and choose and be picky choosy when it comes to your principles, right? And when you indulge in these low impulse behaviors, such as getting back and having vengeance against people, it does not help the future. It doesn't help your children. It doesn't help your grandchildren, right? I get it. I get it. It feels great to see these Democrats get a taste of their own medicine. But the pendulum swings back and forth. It does. And this is why every time you see a new presidency come into power, they consolidate more power into the executive branch. You see crazier and crazier executive orders every single presidency. It just ramps up, 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 and up. So, it's crazy to me. Other notes I have, and by the way, Jimmy Kimmel getting fired due to pressure from the FCC is quite literally breaking the law. It's unconstitutional, quite literally. It'd be one thing if the company just said, you know what, he's been sucking dick anyway in terms of ratings and viewership. Let's just let the motherfucker go. That'd be one thing. But to have this administration come out and to actually pressure a private company to do this is disgusting. And again, when you set these precedents, I'm just telling you, you can be happy about this shit right now. You have low impulse control. You might as well be a pig. You might as well be an animal, right? Because you cannot control your impulse control and your impulse to react emotionally, right? I get it. We're not robots. I get it. But don't be an animal. But setting this precedent, it will not feel good when we have another Biden, when we have another Obama in the White House that is going to wreak havoc on us. They're going to wreak havoc on us. Maybe you might say, but Chow, they're going to wreak havoc on us anyway. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But again, I just don't believe in setting precedents that don't lead to me having good outcomes. I believe in setting precedents that can potentially protect me. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. That's Jimmy Kimmel in a nutshell. I have other topics, and I'll get to comments. Believe me, I'm gonna go back and read comments as usual. If you ever want me to read a comment immediately, as the great ancient Chinese lady proverb, Honey Boo Boo said, a dollar will make me holla. So you give me a super chat, and I'll always read those chats immediately on screen. Otherwise, you're gonna be waiting for me to read your comments. Okay. So we talked about Jimmy Kimmel being suspended and threatened by the FCC, which is disgusting. And did you see what that fucking cunt Pam Bondi? I am so fucking sick of her. I am so I am so sick of that lying, disgusting, ugly cunt Pam Bondi. She needs to be fired immediately. She is quite literally the biggest shit stain on the Trump administration I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, every time she comes out and speaks on Fox News, I want to rip her fucking hair out, right? By every single, like one follicle at a time. It's like she is so disgusting to me. She's such a fucking liar. She's so anti-American. It's just like I don't want to talk about her. Um, the right getting people who celebrate is that fired from their jobs. Yeah. Let's talk about the defamation of Charlie Kirk. That's the last thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about the defamation of Charlie Kirk and his death. Because I would not consider myself to be a fan of Charlie Kirk. Not a fan of Charlie Kirk. Um, but I do have respect for what he symbolized in our culture and what he was endeavoring to do for young conservatives in America. I have a great amount of respect for that. I think it's somewhat impressive, right? Um, I don't think I agree with a majority of his views. I mean, first off, he sucks Israel's dick nonstop. So already you're a loser. And you're not really America first already to begin with. But a lot of the justifications for people celebrating his death are flat out wrong. They're just flat out wrong. All of the clips that you have been seeing floating around social media, I watched the full interviews. I watched the full debates. Every single clip that is dragging him is quite literally defamation, in my opinion. It's literally defamation because you are intentionally taking something out of context and purporting something to be true that you know is the complete opposite of being true. I've watched some of these debates, especially in recent time. I've watched some of these debates of some of his biggest hits, so to speak, and it's disgusting. It's really disgusting because when I've watched these debates of Charlie Kirk, he seems like, I don't mean to be shady, but he doesn't seem to be that interesting. Like his views are not extreme. His views, they kind of give boomer like boomer right wing. It's like your uncle. You know your uncle at Christmas dinner who's like kind of right wing, is always voted for Trump, Christian. It, it, it's not really given extreme. I think that sometimes, and this is maybe, you know, I think he's probably intentionally said some things that are a bit dramatic and over the top in order to get attention for himself. But when you actually watch the debates themselves and you look at the context of what he's saying, I don't believe Charlie Kirk has said anything that has been racist. Not one. Like, not one thing has he said has been racist in nature whatsoever. The thing about stoning gays, it's completely untrue. It's actually completely untrue. And so it's just sad to me that we live in a society where you cunts are a bunch of fucking sheep. You guys are really a bunch of sheep. No one thinks for themselves. Everyone just gets force fed a bunch of propaganda from their favorite social media influencers or Fox News or MSNBC. Who's still watching MSNBC? Or CNN? But it's like you guys just like you consume all this gish gollop from these propagandists, and not only do you consume it gladly, but then you run with these propaganda pieces of information and you vociferously defend them like like you are um the bearer of truth because you watched a clip taken out of context about Charlie Kirk, and now all of a sudden you're a motherfucking expert on Charlie Kirk. Like, how are you so vociferously defending this out of context clip when you have not watched a single debate, a full debate involving Charlie Kirk? I don't know. To me, that just screams low IQ. It just screams low effort. It screams low energy. It screams you're a 2 out of 10 on the pretty scale. It just screams so many things that's problematic for me. And you guys have got to do better. You've got to do better. Whether you like Charlie Kirk or not, I don't think it's cool to intentionally use clips out of context to defame people. It's not cool. It's not cool to ever do that, right? But this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. So I just wanted to get all that off my chest today. Free speech is under attack, like usual. It's always been under attack, and I will always try to defend it. I do not believe in hate speech. What? What? What do you mean hate speech? Any politician uttering the words hate speech should have their American citizenship stripped immediately. What are you talking about? That is such an un American term. Hate speech? What do you mean, hate speech? Anyway, um, so that's all I got on Charlie Kirk, freedom of speech. I'm saddened. I'm saddened by it all because I feel like we have taken an opportunity. I hate to say that Charlie Kirk's death was an opportunity, but I think that it was an opportunity for the country to coalesce around protecting freedom of speech, and we've done quite literally the opposite. All of a sudden, the liberal left, who has been indulging in canceling people and censoring people for the last 10 plus years, are all of a sudden the arbiters of protecting freedom of speech now after Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, come on. Come on. Like, please, spare me the drama. These fucking hypocritical liberals. They have no stand to land. They have no leg to stand on. Um, and also it's also kind of sad too to think that these people that are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, I want you guys to like really think about who those people are and treat them accordingly. I'm not saying to end the relationships because I believe in maintaining relationships, but I want you to understand who these people are. They are demonic, they are demented, and they are dark sided because if they are willing if they are willing to celebrate the death of someone about over their opinions, and most of us who have, conservative or even libertarian leanings, we are sometimes forced into the closet, because of the atmosphere around censorship, right? And so we don't really express all of our opinions to our friends and family for fear of being, castrated on the spot. And so when they celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk, I want you to know that they would celebrate the death of you as well for the same views. So I'm gonna just leave it on that. We got our first super chat of the day. Mandy from Australia, my home girl from Australia. I love an Aussie. Thank you for your benevolence. Your benevolence knows no bounds. Mandy says, so here's a fun fact. My country is putting people on notice because of their behavior with their visas. That means no holiday visa and work visas because it's problematic for my country. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's so problematic, I would assume. Australia's got a lot going on, Mandy. Australia's got a lot going on. They got a lot going on. The UK and Australia, they got a lot going on these days, and not good in terms of freedom. Um, so we're gonna go up and we're gonna talk. We're gonna read some comments. We're gonna read some comments. Um, are you a half breed? Well, but for brains, the girls say that I'm half Black, Buhlack, and half North Korean. That's what they call me, Kim Jong Cho. So half Black and half North Korean. Half North Korean. I don't fuck with the South Koreans. North Korean. Um, that's what the girls say. Allegedly, that's allegedly. I'm Blasian. Allegedly. Hey Pixels, what's going on, Pixels? So good to see you. Long time no see. Kirk spoke his mind and made the ultimate sacrifice. I feel bad for his kids. I feel awful. How traumatic. How traumatic to see his children. I mean, how traumatic. There have never been free speech because people aren't civilized enough to respect other people's free speech. Maybe you're right. Hey, MOP, where are you from? I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Free speech has limitations. Fact check it. Well, we know that. Yeah, free speech does have limitations. You cannot break the law. But free speech does protect opinions. And we're talking about opinions here. Hey, what's going on? Washington is Hollywood for ugly people. Well, that's true. Free speech does not include inciting violence, libel, slander, obscenity, true threats, and child pornography. Well, that's true. Cypher's basement equality would require everyone enjoy assassins. Well, thank you for your benevolence, Cypher. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey Robin Dean. If you want your comment replied to immediately, super chat, guaranteed attention. Listen, for the girls out there that love attention, $1 make me holla. But I am trying to go back and read some comments, some interesting comments. Kimmel was honestly shit. Scripted canned laughter. Well, he was a bad comedian. He should have been fired, DJ. He should have been fired years ago for poor performance. If we lived in a meritocracy, he would have been fired a long time ago. But it's neither here nor there. I freaking love your energy. I love your lives. Oh, thanks, Zara. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Zara. I appreciate it. Kimmel's ratings have been dropping the last few. I know. His performance had been declining for a long time. Mutilation of children's horrible. Hey, Pixie. Ryan says Jimmy Kimmel was fired because the show was hemorrhaging money. They used this comment as an excuse to fire him. So what? So I'm not accepting that, Ryan. I'm not accepting that because the unique part of the Jimmy Kimmel story is that you had the Federal Communications commission come out. You had the government come out and talk about his comments. If the federal government had not made any fucking comments, I wouldn't be mad about him being fired at all. Yeah, it sucks that he's getting fired for the comments. Sure, that's fucking sucky, right? But under no circumstance should the federal government be pressuring a private business to fire their employees. Because I'm going to tell you why. And it's really simple to understand. I'm going to tell you why. Because the same reason that the FCC is saying Jimmy Kimmel should be fired is the same reason that 90% of the fucking other people that are in broadcasting world should be fucking fired too, at the same exact second. So again, I'm sick of people not keeping the same energy. I'm sick of people not being principled. People are very picky, choosy with their principles. That's not me. And I do not indulge people who support others who are picky, choosy in their principles. I don't do it. The FCC, the federal government coming in and making comments about Jimmy Kimmel, is inexcusable. Again, and I repeat, had ABC or NBC, first of all, I didn't even really know who Jimmy Kimmel was before this whole story blew off, to be quite frank with you. I never was a fan of late night TV, didn't know who the guy was, didn't know what he did. I just knew he was a late night show guy. Never watched him a day in my life. But when I heard that he was fired, I'm thinking, well, okay, whatever. But then I saw that the federal government was pressuring him to be fired. Are you kidding? I was like, this is a whole new level. This is disgusting. And again, the pendulum always swings. And President AOC, I'm telling you, President AOC, she's not going to have any mercy. She's not going to have any mercy. She's going to wrangle us all up and put us in cages. You think Project 2025 is bad? You think Project 2025 is bad? I'm sitting in the cage right now. It's a big cage. It's a 3,000 square foot cage, but I'm sitting in the cage right now. They only let me out 3 hours a day to pick cotton, right? Because of Project 2025. Just wait until AOC gets in the White House, what she's going to do to us. This is what I'm saying, y'all. I have no room. I have no room for supporting what is happening to Jimmy Kimmel. Not at all. Not at all. Again, I repeat, had they just fired him for his comments and his performance, fine. Okay. Kind of shitty to use this time to fire him for his comments and da-da-da-da, but he fucking sucks at his job as well. Sure. The element that makes this pernicious is the inclusion of the federal government. The same federal government that you guys don't trust. All of a sudden, you're trusting the federal government to make these types of decisions? Stop. So Mandy says, you have the FCC thing wrong. The FCC got complaints from broadcasting outlets in rural areas saying they would not air the show. The FCC has ruled with their licenses. Listen, that's bullshit, Mandy. It's bullshit. Sorry, it's bullshit. Thank you for this. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Thank you for your benevolence. I appreciate you so much for keeping this show going, Mandy. I think that's bullshit, though. The FCC should have stayed the fuck out of it. Because again, these complaints are all based around freedom of speech. This is unconstitutional. And again, these same complaints can also be applied to 95% of other broadcasters. I made that stat up. Walk with me here. But those same complaints can be applied to virtually every other broadcaster I've watched on the mainstream media. Half of Fox News should be fired then. Half of Fox News should be fired today. Today. And 90% of CNN should be fired. So unless we're going to start firing everybody now, all of a sudden, from Fox News and CNN and MS, well, just shut MSB and NBC down. Unless we're going to do that, I really don't want to hear it. Keep the same energy across the board. Hey Pixie, hey Pixels. The weird thing about the FCC radio and television are the only things in the United States that actually don't have freedom of speech because of some random pastor in Mississippi. It's too much. You can't expect the network to lose 40 million every year for a show that only 0.5% of the population watched. Farm Aid 40. I don't know what Farm Aid 40 is. She's so unqualified and unlikable. Oh, that lying cunt, Pam Bondi, get her the fuck out of my fucking face. Get her out of this administration. She's a shit stain. She's a lying cunt. I don't know whose dick she sucked to get this job position, but she must be giving that good sloppy toppy. She has to be. She has to be. She has to be. And more power to her. More power to her, actually. Listen, get in where you fit in. But she's lying. Charlie Kirk was the least hateable of the mainstream. That's okay. That is the gag. So Pixels is so right. This is what I think. Did I say this during my rant? Charlie Kirk was quite literally the milk toast of the conservative influencer circle. I mean, you picked the most moderate conservative influencer to assassinate. Like, girl, it's just like, it's too much. It's too much. If they had gone after Nick Fuentes, I don't think anybody would have batted an eye. I agree. I agree. Because he's an actual racist. He's an actual racist that I said racist. I've watched him plenty of times. He's an actual racist. So it would have been like there wouldn't have been people praying and oh my god and oh my god Nick Fuentes and oh my god, you know, people would have been mad and pissed. The racists would have been mad and pissed, but like you would not have had this reaction. The problem is you can't defame the dead. Well, yeah. Curious what you think about people calling him racist. Well, I don't think he's racist. So I think people that call him racist are misinformed and delusional. This host is pure schmuck and a total dunce. Shut the fuck up, Urkel. He said some things that were racist enough. Well, what does that mean? You need to tell me what that means, Pixels. Of course, he was saying them in a specific coded way that us whites talk to each other when we want to be racist. I'm gonna need you. So I don't know about that, Pixels. I'm gonna need you to be specific and explicit with that one. The stoning gays quote was taken so far out of context; they're practically unproof. I know. Ozzy Osbourne or Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson for sure. Not both. Jizzbag Kimmel. Oh my god. Hey Dollar Bob, where you been, Dollar Bob? Hope you been well. AOC is hot. If she wouldn't say some of the stupid shit she said, she would become. I think AOC has a good chance. Now I know you guys don't like me saying that. You guys don't like me saying that, but she's hot as fuck. She's super pretty, big ass, big fat ass. Talks really well, has a lot of youthful energy. Millennials love her. I don't know. I mean, unfortunately for her, Israel hates her. So that's a really big thing again. That's a big thing going against her right now. If Israel's against you, darling, a tough road ahead for you. If Israel's against you, then you don't have a good chance. But I think outside of that big roadblock in the form of Israel, I think AOC has a pretty good chance. So buckle up. I always tell y'all this: it don't matter who the fuck the president is with my household, because Cho's household is gonna be successful regardless. It is, because Cho's house is more important than the White House. Cho's house and the way that Cho runs his house is more impactful than the way the White House runs its house. Because this household was successful during Trump, it was successful during Biden, and it's currently successful under Trump again. So, I mean, I talk about a lot of this political shit for kicks and giggles, for shits and giggles, to be quite frank with you, because y'all like to talk about this shit, but it really don't matter to me. I mean, to be quite frank with you guys, I talk about this shit because it's fun to be loud and obnoxious and be dramatic. It's fun to talk about this stuff with you guys. Um, but it really doesn't matter who the president is. I typically vote third party anyway. So I typically vote for Libertarians third party anyway. So it doesn't matter who the president is for me. I'm gonna be successful regardless. But I'm just saying, look out for AOC, y'all, because the way these Republicans are fucking shit up, Republicans always fumble the bag, y'all. They always fumble the bag because they want to be like Democrat lights. That's the problem. They want to be Democrat lights. That's who they want to be. They want to be Democrats. They want to play like Democrats, even though they're elected to not be Democrats. They want to play like Democrats because it's fun. It's fun to be super corrupt and hypocritical and mischievous and manipulative. It's fun to do that when you're in power, right? Like the Democrats do. But this is why they always get voted out. Always. Anyway, it was. Oh, hey, Steve K. Oh, I love Steve K. I love when Steve K comes in to the channel. It was a conglomeration of things. Yes, FCC made comments, but ads were ready to be pulled. Pushback on local stations, affiliates had public pressure to pull it. Okay. AOC needs to retire from government and just make porn. She'd actually listen. AOC's hot as fuck. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Uh, no, she's hot and pretty charismatic. I'm not saying she's like Gal Gadot, Scarlett Johansson, but she's like attainable. Yeah, I think she's very hot. Let's not be delusional. You can hate her, but come on, she's definitely 9 out of 10. 100% a 9 out of 10. She's not 10 out of 10, but she's on her worst day, she's a 7 out of 10, and on her best day, she's a 9 out of 10. Let's be all the way for real, y'all. Let's just be for real. You can hate her politics, you can hate her personality, you can call her a demon, you can call her anti-American, but the bitch is hot. The bitch is hot. I'm sorry. Sorry. AOC's hot. Deal with it. She's hot. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? Hey, Awesome Sauce. MSNBC is by far worst broadcasting network. CNN is somehow more reliable. That's crazy to say. It's true, though. ABC is a company that has to follow rules. If rural broadcasting complaints would not air the program. Um, Dollar Bob, you're so easy to pigeonhole. Fox, CNN, don't have the same rules as ABC, NBC, CBS because of use of public airwaves leased by the FCC. She got a picture of somebody with her dick and a dog. Oh my god. Milk toast. Well, he is milk toast. Charlie Kirk is milk toast. I'm not trying to be offensive to him. I'm just saying that like you got rid of Charlie Kirk. Like you didn't want to get off anyone any more controversial, which reinforces the idea that any anyone not falling in lockstep with the liberal agenda is a Nazi. You're a Nazi. There is no moderation. There is no moderate leftism in the eyes of the far left. If you don't fall in line with them in lockstep, you are quite literally a fascist and a Nazi. Look at what's happening to Ethan Klein, H3H3. Look at what's happening to him. This is a big anti-Israel guy. I mean, he's Jewish, but he's a big anti-Israel guy. Very anti-Israel. And despite him being anti-Israel, he has now fallen out of favor with the far left, his far left goony friends. And that's why you shouldn't have friends like that in your inner circle like that. In your inner circle who are really disgusting like that, you shouldn't have friends like that in your inner circle. Um, that's why I keep my circle very small. Very small. It may seem big, but it's very small. Um, But yeah, it's like they turned on him. Like the far left eats their own every time. They push people further and further away. People that were like liberal 10 years ago is now categorized as a fascist far left pig. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, you go after Milquetoast Charlie Kirk. It's like, what? What? Nick Fuentes is a hoe. Well, he is. Um, I think AOC has said too much dumb shit to be president. She doesn't have Trump's ability to sweep things under the rug. The Libertarians haven't had a good candidate since 2016. True. It's true. AOC would give people trouble. The same people who could help defend the country when we're attacked for having a weak and stupid leader. AOC is a dummy. We need to get every single senator and congressman out of the government all at once and have a flash election. Well, we call that releasing the Epstein list. The Epstein list would be a great reset, but we're not. Our country's not ready. The world's not ready for that, unfortunately. Um, AOC looked like she in the kink category in Cornhub. Really? What's kinky about her? Hey Ben W. Hey Froggy. He didn't want to kill somebody that was the most heinous. He wanted to kill the person that he thought was the biggest threat by being pervasive and likable. Ethan Klein and his wife are spineless swine. I don't feel like it carries as much weight. If he said she's beautiful, sure, but hot implies sexual attraction. No, it doesn't. It implies that. Well, okay, so you're right, sexual attraction, but in general, like if I see a woman with big fucking boobs who looks conventionally attractive, I can acknowledge that she's sexy. Like I don't understand that. What? What? Like I don't like what? I don't understand. Like you can acknowledge women being sexy because obviously I'm sure if I can acknowledge that there are probably people that want to have sex with this woman, that's no different than calling her sexy. I can look at a woman and say, "Oh, there's probably lots of guys that would probably fuck her." Not sorry to be crude, but there's lots like I know that there are lots of men who would probably love to fuck AOC because of her looks. That's the definition of being sexy. I don't want to fuck AOC. Look at us having this. Look, we have such riveting conversations here in this community. It's really interesting. Really interesting. We're talking about a homo's ability to find a woman sexually attractive. Let's make a poll. Let's make a poll. We'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. Can homos find women sexy? Yes or no? Start the poll. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. Can homos find women sexy? Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. I think a F word could like an ugly enough chick. What? Maybe. Maybe Steve. Maybe you're right. Maybe. Maybe you're right. Um, Leftists are evil. He was killed by a white Christian conservative man just like him. Got nothing to do with left. Earthly Earthling, you are delusional. But welcome to the channel. Be sure to leave a like or a dislike. Um, Everyone wants that list out. No, they don't. Everyone does not want the Epstein list out. Non-pedophiles, we want the list out, but not politicians, not corporatists. They don't want that list out because they're all on it. Truth brother, just well, thank you, John Smithers. I appreciate you. AOC is mentally unstable. Omar Khan is a terrorist. Okay. Alpha Strat. Gerard Butler hot, and I've never sucked a PP. Who was Gerard Butler? Let me look him up. I like looking up hot guys. Gerard Butler. Is that a black man? Sounds black to me. Oh, he's white. Uh, it depends. Like half of these pictures are like super hot, and the other half is like depressed father that just got divorced. But the other 50% is like really hot. He's yeah, okay. Maybe this ugly picture of him is when he was like, you know how actors have to like gain a bunch of weight and look ugly and shit like that to play a role. Maybe that was him in a role. But overall, yes, definitely hot. And I do suck pee pee. So I can say that apparently. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. Can homos find women sexy? This is important. This is an important poll. Probably the most important poll I have polled in 2025. I think a F word should like an ugly enough chick. Well, maybe you're right, Steve Craig. I don't know. Women can women can't get my dick hard, but I can see that they are beautiful and sexy. I agree. Agreed. Agreed. Ryan stands by it. The Epstein files have been mostly released. The government will never admit it because they're all implicated. Oh, well, yeah. Ben, get it in her mouth. David Portillo Davila, political to who's attractive. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, David Portillo Davila. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your benevolence. Your benevolence knows no bounds. Um, 300 main actor. Oh yeah, he's hot. But that was like 50 fucking years ago. Um, no, because they are homosexual. None of their business if they are sexy implies sexual attraction. What the fuck, Paul? I disagree. I listen. I know if a woman is sexy or not. I'm sorry, but every last Victoria's Secret runway model running down that aisle is fucking sexy. Why can I not say that like female models are sexy? Bitches want to fuck them. That makes them sexy, right? I can totally see a difference between a Victoria's Secret model versus some schmuck on the side of the road in the middle in Kentucky, right? There's a difference. One is sexy and one is not. I don't think there's a difference. I think you can say that someone is sexy and you can find them to be sexy. Because I found you to be sexy because I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you and I'm imagining other people wanting to fuck you. So I found you to be sexy. Um, but when he's depressed, father, you can bag him and get him back in the gym on a little test, and then you got a hottie back with a minimal. And you know what, Pixel? You're right. You're actually right, Pixels. No, you're actually right. You're 100% right. You're right. Sorry. You are. You're right. You're totally right. Bernie Sanders hits my cock ring. Oh my God. Don't. Uh, stop. I just adopted a dog today. Bro is cool as fuck. Congratulations, Patriot76. What would chairs be like if our legs went the other way? There'd be like a little hole. What? There'd be like a little hole in the back, like a little. You know those pajamas, those little bottom pajamas that have the buttons in the butt part, and you like unbutton the butt part, and there's the butt. Why did we have those as kids? By the way, that's not very functional to me. But anyway, maybe it is because you just unbutton the buttons and you do a little tinkle or a little poopy, and then you just button them back up. I guess I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, chairs would have to have those little butt openings. Chairs would have to have those butt. What a very provocative question, John Smithers. Hmm. Interesting. There are shades to everyone's sexuality. I bet I could even turn you out if given the chance. I don't know about that, Dollar Bob. Attraction has way more to do with what candidates picked than it has any business. The whole reason why JFK won is because of television. They need a sandwich. You didn't say sexy, you say fine. I think I can say both. If you can't see beauty, then you need help. Dollar Bob, I have never been turned on by a man, no matter how feminine or how much of a twink he is. 100% of Victoria's Secret models are fucking sexy. You are 100% right, my gay friend. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I don't have to be convinced that I'm right. I know I'm right. Victoria's Secret models are fucking sexy. Period. And not now one of those models are gonna get me hard or horny, but I still understand that they are fucking sexy because I have two eyeballs. You can find anyone attractive. Doesn't mean I want to be with them sexually. Guys at the gym find each other attractive all the time without wanting to have sex with each other. All right, Joe. If you had a gun put to your head and you had to choose one, who would you sleep with? Hillary Clinton or Margaret Thatcher? Clinton. Easily Clinton. Eas- Ryan, what a dumb fucking question. So I would immediately sleep with Hillary Clinton because then I would know that I'm not gonna be killed off. Because y'all know how Hillary Clinton operates, y'all. Y'all know how that kind of operates. Bitches have died going up against her. I'm surprised that she hasn't had Trump killed yet. She had two chances, allegedly, in my opinion. Allegedly, in my opinion. Just joking. I'm just joking. Don't come after me. Don't come after me, girl. Don't come after me. Your husband's one of my favorite presidents. So don't come after me. Even though he's allegedly a pedophile. Allegedly, in my opinion, just jokes. We're just joking. We're just joking. We're just joking. But yeah, I'd fuck Hillary Clinton. I'd fuck Hillary Clinton for my own protection. Ryan, obviously Hillary Clinton. That dude is a secret flamingo. Don't let him get you off track. I've seen it before. Them flamingos just pop up. Keep up with the weird questions, y'all. Loving it. Y'all know we talk about anything on this channel. We really talk about anything and everything. Remember that stream that we talked about baby names for like 2 hours? We literally talked about baby names for 2 hours. Our favorite baby names. We like Google baby names and what we name our children and weird baby names and black baby names. You know, we love a black baby name. Um, and even the white folks, listen, even the ghetto white folks are being really ratchet with these names. The amount of ways I have seen Krista spelled is crazy. Like some of the spellings of these very innocuously white names is wild. It's like why are you spelling Sarah with like all these fucking syllables, like all these letters? You know what I mean? like like your name is Sarah. Like why are we doing this? Like but and I only say that because I interview people for work and we hire people for work and I get like some like common white names that are spelled like ghetto black names. It's like what are we doing? Like why are we trying to be special with the spelling of this name when it's just Sarah, and when it's just Amber? Like I don't get that. It's just I don't know. Anyway, um, I'm gonna say Hillary Clinton, Ryan, because Bill probably taught her some things. Bill has not slept with that woman in ages. Stop. Bill Clinton has slept with. Let me stop. Let me stop. But Bill Clinton has lots of experience with sex, just not with his wife, Monica Lewinsky. Now, come on now. Um, what's the best dipping sauce for chicken tenders? Black Lightning wants to know. Black Lightning 100 wants to know. What's the best dipping sauce for chicken tenders? Well, I'll tell you. It's pretty easy. Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A is the only answer. It's sweet, it's tangy, and if you have a chicken tender with a little bit of spice to it, it's gonna be a great pairing with the Polynesian sauce. I don't even eat chicken tenders anymore, but back in the day, like almost 20 years ago when I ate meat, um, yeah, the Polynesian sauce from Chick Fil A is incredible. It's so versatile. It's very versatile too. Very versatile sauce with a variety of chicken tenders. Normal chicken tenders, spicy chicken tenders, really hot chicken tenders. Like it goes well with everything. Um, Loki Clinton was hot when she was young. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. What's your credit score? I actually don't know, Maverick. Low 700s, probably. Low 700s, I would say. Um, Maybe high 600s. I don't know. I love all the leftists, but by the way, 'cause, I'm into finances. Let's talk about that for a second. Credit scores. Um, Credit scores are only important when you're trying to borrow money that you don't have. I'll say that again. Credit scores are only good when you need to borrow money that you don't have. And there really are only a couple instances where you should need to borrow money. That's when you're maybe starting a business, buying a home. Um, there are not many other instances where you should need to borrow a bunch of money. Maybe your first car, you know, it would be more ideal if you saved up a lot of money to purchase those things outright. But that's not always feasible. Business lending, sometimes you need a little bit of extra capital to make some moves. Um, but yeah, I think people sometimes get hung up on credit scores, like having an 800 credit score. Like, that shit doesn't make sense, right? Like I paid off a credit card. No, it wasn't a credit card. I paid off a loan once and my credit scores dropped. And it's like it's totally nonsensical the way the credit score system works. It does not incentivize um, good financial behavior. So I can definitely 100% say that the credit score system and the way your credit score is actually scored does not incentivize good financial behaviors. You shouldn't have a low credit score. I'm not saying that you need to have a 300 credit score, honey. If you have a 300 credit score, that's something that's wrong. Something is wrong with their financial behavior. But I don't think that having an 800 credit score is like that impressive. I don't think it's that impressive. I think you should definitely have something above 700. That should definitely be the goal. But I don't think you should be sweating anything above 700. Like, I can see if you're in the rebuilding phase, 600, you had a rough time, whatever. But I think the goal should be above 700, and then don't worry about it, right? Anyway, um, the chair question was a good question. It was a good question. It's a great question. I love all the leftists go nuts about Trump and immigrants. Go listen to what Bill Clinton did to remove illegals. Well, listen to what Obama did. Look at what Obama did. Look at what he said about immigrants. It was Obama that started the cages, honey. He put the girlies in the cages. He put the Spanish girlies in cages. The Mexican girlies, the Venezuelan girlies, the Argentinian girlies. Put those bitches in cages. That was Obama that started that trend, not Trump. Listen, I keep telling y'all that America in general does not tolerate that immigration bullshit, that mass immigration bullshit. We tolerate it to a point where it becomes too politically unviable because the people, both left and right, actually don't support that shit. We're not like the UK. We're not like France. We're not those types of nations. America is very different. Any British person is going to be statistically uglier than an American. I don't know about that. Really? You think so? So glad I found this channel. Oh, I'm so glad you found me, John Smith. Just join the Discord channel. Linked in the description box. No. Well, yeah, in the description box below. But also, it's in the pinned comment below if you are on mobile, above if you are on PC. We have a lot of fun in Discord. We have a lot of fun. We fight a lot. We love a lot. But I think we try to support each other. But every once in a while, a little fight breaks out, and then it's all water off a duck's back. It's fine. So join the Discord channel, John Smithers. We're a fun group. We get it, but you have a lisp. Now shut your bitch ass up. You first, Flat Rock. You shut up, I'll shut up. How about that? Huh? McKinsley. Stop. But no, but no exaggeration. I would legit like read I would legit read a resume in my email and be like, girl, Ashley. Like my favorite way to spell Ashley is Ashleigh. It's like it's doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much just to be Ashley. You're doing way too much to be Ashley. It's too much. It's too much. Um, I mean, if I have a friend named Spamanita Cho, well, that's ratchet as fuck. Who is still looking at their knees trying to figure out how to sit if they bent the other way? That question did fuck me up, to be honest. John Smith, this question, the chair question fucked me up. I was really like, I was thinking how that was gonna work. But no, I really do think that all the chairs would have that little butt opening. Little butt open with little two buttons. You just open it up, and then you stick your legs through, you sit down. Crazy. Um Bill Clinton has been huffing adrenochrome for too long. Homemade buffalo sauce. Buffalo sauce is good. Buffalo sauce is good. Sauce is gonna be either good restaurant buttermilk ranch or a good honey. Oh, okay. Honey mustard's a close second. I love a good honey mustard. I have a recipe for a homemade honey mustard that's really really good and very healthy and low calorie too, but tasty. Um, can somebody? Okay, can I get a mod or someone in the Discord channel? Oh, I had to make that. Oh, I didn't make the notes channel. I didn't make the notes channel. But can someone tag me in the general chat on Discord for me to post my honey mustard recipe in the food channel? Can someone remind me, please? Um, Wait, you haven't eaten meat in 20 years, but you're gay. I know, I saw that coming. It hasn't been 20 years since I was 18. I can't do math. Sorry. If you remember, get your calculator out because we got to get the calculator out. So I am 35 minus 18. So I have not eaten meat in 17 years. No, I'm pescatarian, so I eat fish. I do eat fish. I'll never give up fish. But I don't eat chicken. I don't eat pork. I don't eat turkey. I don't eat bacon. I don't eat beef. I don't eat steak. I don't eat any of that. I have had frog. I like an amphibian. I like an amphibian. I do like an amphibian. I do. Um, but they're kind of like fish. They're water esque, water ish, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I like a good frog leg. Um, so who Bill Clinton slept with? Choke cam on. I bet he slept with a transformer. I'm sure he has. Listen, y'all talk a lot of shit about the trans girls, the dolls. Y'all talk a lot of shit about trans girls, but trans girls are very popular. A lot of y'all favorite. Ooh, almost hit the N word. I gotta stop. A lot of y'all favorite men, a lot of y'all favorite guys love trans girls. Love them. Love them. I'm telling the truth. I know this for a fact. I have trans girlfriends of mine. They tell me the truth. They tell me the truth, T. Some men just want that fantasy. They want the fantasy. It's weird to me. It's weird to me, but no judgment from me. Well, I am judging a little bit. But listen, the trans girls are very popular with men. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all can believe it or not. I don't care whether you believe it or not, but the trans girls have no problem pulling men. They have no problem pulling men of all types of men. All types of men. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Something tells me you still eat meat. I do, occasionally. This is why I don't finance anything. Raising Cane sauce is the best sauce for chicken tenders. Left tarts are a fucking joke. No, he just licks the bones. True. I don't consume meat. I just lick the bones. I love that. America don't want you left tarts anymore. Get the fuck out of America, you anti-American scumbags. Oh my god. Patriot Grim, Christo Grim. Police don't shoot up a school. Talking in all caps like that. That worries me. Don't talk in all caps on the internet like that. It concerns me. They want you to keep borrowing. Well, yeah, they do. Well, yeah. Oh, about the credit score. Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm going to 835 credit score. You literally have to pay the credit mafia every month to be able to maintain over an 810. It's only because I have $1 million house with a 10-year loan. I get it. I get it. But you got to play the game. You've got to play the game, Pixels. You got to play the game. But it's a game that I think is pernicious. Um, and it does not incentivize good habits, right? Why isn't 800 impressive? Because it means you have to continue borrowing money that you don't need to borrow. Hey Soul Lord, what's going on? Same happened with me too, Cho. My score dropped 3 points after I paid things off. I got rid of credit card debt completely in 2022, and I've changed my mentality on things now that my income is mine. Period. Period. Nothing's wrong with using credit cards. I love credit cards. I love American Express, but I'm just saying that chasing really high credit scores is kind of a waste of time. It just means you borrow a lot of money. That's all. Will you trust any Charlie Kirk autographs that are being sold on eBay? Why would you want a Charlie Kirk autograph? And no. That's weird. I'm not impressed by celebrities anyway. So, I mean, it takes a lot to impress me. Well, actually, no, it doesn't take a lot to impress me. But I'm not impressed by people, I'm impressed by things. So, like, if you love shopping at Sam's Club, that's impressive to me. Because to me, that signals that you have common sense, you love a sale, you love saving money. You know what I mean? You're the head of your household and managing the home. I find those things to be impressive. But being a celebrity and being famous is not impressive to me whatsoever. So no, I don't want anyone's fucking autograph. How fucking useful is an autograph to me? I can write cursive too. Half these bitches can't even write cursive anymore, which is that's crazy. Um, I know how to fix immigration. Any girls that are a 6 or above can just come in illegally and no guys unless they have really cool skill. Well, period. Discord is great. We can sass each other and hug it out afterwards. It's so true. Attack on freedom of speech. Who was attacking freedom of speech? Ken, are you mentally restarted? Where have you been for the last 10 years? Did you live through COVID? Are you living through September 2025? I mean, What? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand your question. Who was the chosen one in Star Wars, Luke or Anakin? I'm not even gonna hold you. I've only seen one Star Wars movie, and that was the one with the red guy in it. Not interested. I'm from Louisiana, and there was two sets of twins at a neighboring school called Angelo and Lomedelo, and the washer to the dryer, Aroundello, Lomendello was spelled orange jello, lemon jello, no cap. Oh, that's crazy. I got that question from a recording engineer I worked with a few years. That's a good question. It's a great question. It's a great question actually, and I appreciate you for telling me, for asking me. It's a great question. Amphibian, Amphibian. The trans girls have the secrets of the world. They do, Froggy. They do. Um, Daisy Taylor. I'm just saying. I don't know who Daisy Taylor is. Whoever is reading this, I want to let you know that Jesus Christ loves you and wants a relationship with you. Please repent of your sins and turn to Him before it's too late. Thanks, Tyreek. And once you get over 780 for your large purchases like a house, it doesn't help you reduce your points. Well, that's the point. It's not really helpful. I mean, it's not helpful for the vast majority of people. And so chasing a high credit score only allows opportunities to make more mistakes with your finances. That's really the only thing, you know? Because I can't tell you, I don't even know how much credit I have for the American Express with my partner and I combined. I mean, I don't even know how much we have. We've got two platinum cards, we've got a gold card, we've got a Marriott Bonvoy card, he's got a business card. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that having access to all that credit is just a temptation because you're then under the false impression that, oh, I have hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, you don't. You don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't have that. You don't have that. You have that in credit. And just even the word credit is pernicious and manipulative. It's because what you're doing is you're borrowing money. You're taking out a micro loan. Every time you use a credit card, you are taking out a micro loan is what you're doing, literally. And so just changing the name of it is kind of pervasive in a way, right? Um, so that's kind of my point about chasing high credit scores is that it just really opens you up to opportunities to fuck your finances up down the road. That's all. And you don't get much in return, right? Last I checked, my credit score was 530. Hey, sugar muffin, cinnamon cookie buns with marshmallow top. You looking sweet today? Well, thank you, Osu. Hey, autist. How do people sign their name that can't write cursive? I know people that do this. They write in print. Um, Daisy Taylor is a trans adult actor. See, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, the boys know. The boys know. MOP knows. Let me look up Daisy Taylor. Let me get on Twitter. Because on Twitter, you can see everything on Twitter. Let me look up Daisy Taylor. Daisy Taylor. Oh, oh my God. Oh, she's kind of cute. She's kind of cute. She's kind of cute, actually. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Enough of that. That's too much. It's too much. Okay, stop. Oh my! I cannot believe I just did that. Okay. Well, I can. Well, I can report now. Daisy Taylor is confirmed, not allegedly. This is truth. Is a trans adult actor. She is. and she's pretty cute. I'd say she's a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, just above average in my opinion. You're lying, Ryan. I don't want to get banned. Hope. Oh my god, I hope I don't get banned. Don't report this stream. Um. Anyway. Um. I'm okay because it was crazy. It was Daisy Taylor's crazy, y'all. She's crazy. She's definitely acting, okay? Because she was spread bald eagle, spread wide to the heavens, and she was like, too much. It's too much. Anyway, can confirm Daisy Taylor is a trans adult actor. She's a 7 out of 10. She is pretty cute. Instead of a credit score, you should have a fat investment account to borrow against. Well, we call that an emergency fund, and it should be, I think, 6 to 12 months worth of expenses, depending on how many dependents you have in your life. That's my opinion. That should be your emergency fund. Is what you borrow from. You borrow from yourself. That's my opinion. Um, but I want to turn this to. We can talk finances tomorrow. If you guys want to talk finances tomorrow, my biggest finance tips, we can talk about that tomorrow if you want. Vote in the poll. Can a can a homo find a trans girl sexy? Hey Sinoga Sir, I gotta go, guys. Because it's been 90 minutes. I've got to go to church tomorrow morning. I've got to repent in church for like watching this trans girl, Daisy Taylor. I've got to pray for forgiveness in church tomorrow about that. Um, but I gotta go to church tomorrow. I gotta run 11 miles tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. It's gonna be a very, very long day. Fuck me raw. Jesus help me. Um, I get technically it's gay. I mean, wait. I know it's crazy, Captain Obvious. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. People are crazy. Anyway, guys, join the Discord channel. We have a lot of fun in Discord. It's linked in the pinned comment below if you're on mobile, above if you're on PC. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't be a fake ass motherfucking hoe. Okay? Don't be fake. Don't be a fraud. Subscribe to the channel. Be nice. And then join the Discord. We have a lot of fun in Discord. We always are laughing or fighting in Discord. It's always a fun time. If you love these live streams, you'll love the Discord channel even more. The girls are always twirling in the political chat. They're always twirling in the political chat. It's crazy. Um, but anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Thank you for discussing Charlie Kirk these last 2 nights. It's been fun. I'm over it though. So, you know, get all your comments in. I mean, there will be more. There's a video coming out soon about Charlie Kirk, and there will probably be another couple videos coming out about Charlie Kirk. But like in terms of the live stream, I'm over him at this point. But we'll see. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. Have fun. Thank you for the support tonight, guys. I love you so much. Bye.